Hi, I'm Rob at the Hayneedle Fulfillment Center in Monroe, Ohio. This is a short video on the assembly of the Bradshaw 4-tier Barrister Bookcase. The estimated time on this assembly is around an hour, and the only tool you will need is a Phillips head screwdriver, which is not provided. We're going to start by opening our box and removing all of our pieces. When using a knife, always remember to cut away from yourself and make small cuts to make sure you don't damage your product. After you've removed all of your pieces, locate your instructions, find your parts and hardware list, and take a brief inventory to make sure you have all the pieces needed for your assembly. Our first step is to attach our piece E to our piece D using our hardware number 1 wooden dowel rods. Place one into each of the 2 holes on D, then insert E with the holes facing up, like so. For our next step, we'll be attaching our shelf G to our panel D. For this, we'll be using the hardware. First, the dowel rod labeled as 1, our pins labeled as 3, and our cam locks labeled as 4. Start first with your pin labeled as 3 and screw 1 into each hole into the D panel. Next, using your dowel rod 1, place into the hole in between your pins. Next, we're going to take our cam locks and place them into our shelf G. Make sure when placing in the cam locks, you have the arrows pointed straight up towards the hole. Now, place your shelf on your panel D like so. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten your cam locks into place. Be sure not to over tighten, and repeat this step for your 2 remaining shelves G. Next, take your 4 panels F, and with the peg on the top, stick into the groove on the side of D. Place all 4 into place and let them just lay, like so. Now we're going to pre-assemble our panel C. First, starting with our hardware 1 dowel rod, we're going to place 1 in each of the 5 holes on our panel C. Now, using our hardware 3, we'll place 1 in each of the 6 screw holes on our panel C. And finally, using our hardware cam locks number 4, we're going to place 2 in each of the ends of our shelves, making sure our arrow is pointed out towards the screw hole. Now we'll attach our panel C to the rest of our bookcase. After you've attached into place, use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten each of your cams. Remember to just simply turn to the right. Make sure you don't over tighten. Next, we're going to assemble hardware to our piece B. First, using 2 of your hardware 1, place 1 into each hole on the side of B, like so. Next, using your hardware labeled as 3, place 1 into each of the 4 corners and hand tighten into place. Finally, taking your cam locks labeled as 4, place 1 into each of the 4 corners in the bottom of your shelf. Make sure the arrow is pointed towards the hole. Now take your piece B, making sure the flat side with the lip is pointed up. Put all the pegs into place and tighten your cam locks using your Phillips head screwdriver. Remember to just turn until it's tight. You don't want to over tighten. Next will be assembling the top of our bookcase, labeled as Piece A. The first step is to take our hardware, labeled 1 dowel rods, and place one into each of the 4 holes located on your top. Next, using your hardware, labeled as 3, into each of the 5 screw holes, screw into place like so. And finally, using your cam locks, labeled as 4, place one into each of the 5 holes around the top of your bookcase. Then, place your panel A onto your bookcase and tighten your cam locks using your Phillips head screwdriver. Remember not to over-tighten your cam locks. Next, we'll attach our back panel H. To do this, open it flat and stick it on the ridges of your bookshelf. Using your hardware, labeled as 1, and a Phillips head screwdriver, tighten a screw around every hole in the back of your panel H. Next, we're going to attach this hardware 7, which is a magnet. We're going to be using our screw labeled as 8. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, place in the pre-drilled holes on the side of each shelf and tighten into place. Repeat this step on the opposite side of your shelf. After you've tightened both into place, repeat these steps for your remaining 3 shelves. Our final step is to attach our knob, hardware 5 and 6. In your instructions, it says to do this step first. I find it easier if we do it at the end. Take your screwdriver, place your screw 6 on top and through the hole of your doors. Then, taking your knob, piece 5, tighten into place. Then all that's left to do is enjoy your bookshelf.